mix up my content, so it's not always just what I'm doing in the moment because it gets repetitious. But yeah, nighttime out there will be nice and it'll be quiet, so I'll do one of those. And I did go camping this past weekend with the horses and the dogs, but it was just so much going on. It was a group of about 10 of us, I guess, scattered around the campground, and we all had horses and had a great time. I did take some video, and if you follow my Instagram, you can see a video of one of the scarier parts. It's not really ASMR appropriate, I don't think, because it was a little nerve-wracking, but I'm going to share the quieter ride that I took and a little view of the camp and my tent and stuff. And I had thought to make a nice quiet nighttime in the tent video with all the little sounds of zippers and blankets and all that. But to be honest with you, the weather was so nice that we were out by the campfire till about 10:30, which is very late for camping. And I didn't turn anything on when I went into the tent, so yeah, didn't take any video. But I will. I'm getting used to packing everything up. I have new camping gear, so it makes life easier. I have a pop-up tent, and I have a folding-out cot. That's very nice. And so as it gets, as I start doing it a little bit more often, I'll make a longer video for you. Yeah, everything takes longer now. I used to be so fast and efficient, and I had lots of free time, but it seems like taking 2 horses, yeah, it's a lot of stuff to do, but really fun. It's like getting to, getting to go play in a different area, and the horses really love it too, so yeah, I'll be back with more about those trips. And what else? I'll be doing some cooking videos as well. Yeah, so anyway, here I am. Second cup of coffee, and it's still quiet in the house, so let's just start. I have something kind of cool here to show you, and yeah, we'll just listen to a few sounds. I'm at my table, as you can see. So, well, hello there. Came running from the other side of the house. Yes, miss. Yeah, Abby's been frustrated because I haven't been doing anything with crystals, and she has been coming outside occasionally on a harness, like my other cat Margot does, and now she's addicted and she wants to go out all the time. So she's happy, I think, that I set this place up for a video yesterday. Right, Mama? Such a good girl. And because I was away, now she's very clingy. Don't knock it over. Come here. So you want to see what this is down here? I'm going to switch over. Turn it down here a little bit. Alright, I'm going to bring you in close so you can see what I've got down here. has very smooth edges. And this top comes off.
Don't push, don't push.
And underneath, we have access to all of these little openings. And it originally came with some dried flowers in here, but I thought that was kind of boring, so over the years I've put many different things in here. So the theme for this one is nature, the elements of nature. It might be a little bit hard to see because of the reflections. So I'll take them all out for you. So for the air and the water, I saw these pieces as sort of the air and the water, the silvery reflection of the water on a brilliant sunny day that looks sort of silvery. And of course, this blue kyanite is so pretty and has the gorgeous sky blue color. And the mica is the grounding element. Sky and water. And next I have this little guy. This is from a shell of a sea creature that's been polished. Look at that perfect spiral. The other side has some swirly pattern as well. Layers of swirl. And to me it looks like a wave ready to crash onto the shore. And in this one, we have a lovely feather. This is a hawk feather. This is the heart of nature. From deep in the ground, connecting to all the other elements. And it is sitting on top of a lot of iolite beads. Beautiful purpley blue iolite. Representing the underground water, the invisible rivers. Only witnessed by the crystals. On this side, I have a tiny baby pine cone. With its perfect spiraling pattern found in nature. And a little acorn cap. Ah, the ravens are outside. And a piece of malachite. It's hard to see, but it has lots of swirling concentric rings. Another sacred pattern of nature found within trees and lots of other growing things. And I have tiny little dried blossoms. I think this was larkspur. Little purple flowers. And last, I have a couple of tiny little boots. Can you see these? Let's see how I can show it to you. It's a pair of boots, and they even have shoelaces. They're made out of clay. And inside each one is a tiny little mouse. Can you see him? Sitting inside there. Because when you go hiking and you set up your tent and you put your shoes outside the tent, you might wake up to find some little mice sleeping in there. So this is about the little critters that come and visit you when you're in nature. Cute little cute shoes. These were handmade and they came from Mexico. I love the little mice. There we are. Let's see what this message is. First we have the full moon. Full moon. Completion. And next, iceberg. Submerged. And the last card is cave. Sanctuary. Alright, full moon completion. Now we've just passed the full moon. circumstances. But perhaps now it's time to put a little more energy behind that thought, that wish, that yearning for something. So be brave and face those things and see if it doesn't feel differently now. And the last card, this happens to be one of my favorites, and I do pull it a lot. Cave. Sanctuary. There is a quiet, still place inside of you that will always be available as a sanctuary. Yet finding such a space in the natural world will enhance and complement this internal space of peace. Whether it is a cave, meadow, forest, seashore, or any other setting in nature, this is where you can see, hear, and feel the presence of the Creator in your surroundings. Let it become a temple for your heart and soul, rather than having your computer, television, or any other human-made device or activity be your sanctuary. Allow yourself to discover the perfect place in nature where you can simply